Hello everybody, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and on today's video, reality creation is your assumption as the creative act. You see, it's not something happening outside of your physical body. It isn't about making someone do something, changing their mind, or forcing outcomes. There was a question that was revolving around having a moment with a specific person, and it seemed to go well. And then, imagining and not imagining and what to do from here. So basically, reality is your assumption. Why is that? You see, anything you can assume of reality means that you, as awareness, are calling forth what you are assuming now as reality. So basically, it's your assumption in words projected into the images and experiencing of that assumption. The assumption in words basically project it out, right? So imagine you're reading a story for a moment. You reading that story, you're creating the images and experiences of the characters kind of loosely in your mind so you can experience it. Because if you're just reading the words, you wouldn't necessarily be experiencing it. So your assumption is reality. It's a one-to-one. It's not really you have an assumption and then that you need to make that reality. It's not that. Your assumption is literally reality because you are reality. So when you are assuming something, you're calling it forth in that way. So you are the creative act itself. You are the creator rearranging yourself as creation to experience what you have already created. You are the creator experiencing you are the creator experiencing creation of what you have already created. Because creation is done, as per NevilleGoddard saying, right? So stop calling forth yourself as if you were a choice. You're not calling forth yourself as a choice. That means you're putting the power in a fictional version of your specific person or any person. And this isn't limited to a specific person. This can be anything. If you're applying for a job, you are technically talking to a specific person or a specific job owner or manager or whatever, right? That's where specificity comes in now. So that specific person. If you are saying, oh no, there's a whole bunch of people here applying for this job, then I am imagining myself being chosen. Why? Why would you even consider that these other choices are lit up in your reality? Like, no, but they are there. No, they're not. You're bringing them there as if this is a story that you need to be concerned about. You're saying these other choices are valid. No, they're not. They're not valid. Not in your reality. In your reality, it's not valid. It doesn't make you feel it doesn't make you more holy, it doesn't make you more valid, it doesn't make you more humble, it doesn't make you more anything. It doesn't make you more deserving. It doesn't make you more deserving. Why? Because you have the same ability to imagine yourself already being that which you desire to be. That's the gift, that's the way, that's who you are. So you are imagining not chosen scenario, which keeps you stuck in the middle, right? It really does, because you're basically saying there's all these choices and they're just as valid as me, but I want to be the one that's chosen for my merits, even though these people have and that's all such wonderful three-dimensional nonsense. It really truly is. I was going to say something else, but right? No, but and I'm being sincere here with this, right? If you think about it in this way, you are saying, okay, this person has power of choice. I need them to see me burning bright. And if they see me burning bright in this imaginational scene, they have to choose me. They will choose me because I'm clearly the best option here. But why are you an option in your reality? Reality is not making you an option. Reality is being what you are being. So if you are being an option, you're going to be experiencing an option. Whether you like it or not, reality is not treating you, your awareness, as an option. Only you are. So it's choosing. It's not even choosing. Reality, reality has no will of its own. It's not choosing you as an option. It's being you being seen as an option because you're choosing to see yourself as an option amongst all of these things. And that's why I'm using the job thing as a better specific person example here, because there's more than one thing happening, right? Just in that experience there, right? So living in the end is not you being humble. You know, all these people are just as worthy. Yeah, they they're not just as worthy as you. They have the job in their specific reality experience, just like you do. But from their point of view, what you are experiencing are versions of them that line up with you deciding to have an, to be seeing yourself as a choice. Those are the versions of them seeing themselves as a choice. That's all you're doing. But they don't exist as objective versions of themselves in that way. They also have it. You whether you decide, no, I'm saying I'm choosing to see to see this as a humble experience of say, no, we all have this, we all deserve this, blah blah blah. It's all great, it's all wonderful, but no one else is experiencing that but you from your awareness. Those versions of them don't even exist. They are experiences of reality from your point of view. They have their own point of view. So no matter which person I'd be talking to, if there were five people wanting the same job, tell them the same exact thing because it's true from every single one of their points of view that they are experiencing themselves as one of the choices that can be here, but they want to be the choice that's picked above the rest. You are already the version of yourself in that job. And this is the difference between living in the end and living as a choice to get to that end. Both are valid experiences. Both just exist. You're making a decision as to why you're experiencing one, not the other. Now, we typically imagine how to do something because we don't know how the bridge will work. But the bridges are already done. So when you imagine your end, it doesn't necessarily remove the auditions, the interviews, the other people in your life that your specific person might know, or other people that you might know as well, right? Doesn't remove all of that. It just removes the not caring. It removes the experiencing of, hey, this stuff is here. I don't need to figure out this part. I don't need to worry about this part. I don't need to have an overture of this part and shine brighter as my focusing of reality continuously. I have the job, so regardless of what happens, I am that version I desire to be. It makes no difference. So it doesn't remove that part of the bridge. It just unfolds that bridge according to what it is you actually desire. So you're not dictating what they do, but you are dictating who you are. You are, and reality is always being what you are being. So you consciously are not choosing for them. Your I am awareness is rearranging everyone, including your physical self, for what you are experiencing as that same I am awareness. Because you are awareness. So you're not choosing a timeline where, well, you are choosing a timeline where you focus on them changing their mind is being reflected back at you, but that exact same scene. That's why you keep experiencing being in the middle over and over again. So looking at this image, this is what your three-dimensional experiencing is, right? Well, sometimes. You're standing there, you see a specific person, you see the options that they have. You know you have options, but you are focused on this specific person. You think that specific person is focused on a myriad of other things. And that's what you're focused on. You're focused on, I am the choice, but I'm hoping that I get picked as a choice. And it doesn't need to be a specific person. Like I said, it can be a job interview, it can be an audition, it can be this, it can be that. You are there believing yourself to be one of the choices because you've made your choice. You want that person to make their choice and you want that choice to be you. That is an experience of reality. Just like how I have it there. You can shift your attention, your focus, onto fulfillment already. It doesn't take away that specific person and the choices that you can perceive. Because you can perceive any person having an infinite number of choices because you have the same number. You have the same number of choices. You are letting reality be what it is. You are letting the bridge unfold. You aren't trying to dictate what the bridge must look like. You are saying, okay, there is a bridge. I know I am already there. What bridge did this identity take? That's what I'm living. That's who I am. That's what my assumption of reality is. I am on that bridge. I am in that reality. I am that reality. So when you move your attention to, I'm already that person who won. I'm already that person who's fulfilled. I'm already the person who has that family and specific person and this and that. It already unfolded perfectly. That is literally exactly the same imaginational experience that you are experiencing if you are experiencing being a choice. It's the exact same thing, except the one feels a little bit more logical to you because you think you need to deal with the bridge before you get there. You don't. You only need to be experiencing what you're experiencing physically in the moment in a certain knowing point of view. And if you're doing it from a point of view knowing that, hey, I am reality, I am on that bridge, regardless of whatever comes up, I'll just do whatever naturally comes up in the moment, knowing that who I am assuming I am is that version who is always experiencing relationships that I desire to experience, is always chosen because I am the one that is chosen. This is my reality. I'm experiencing the chosen version of who I am. I am just that person. I am healthy, wealthy, free, in love, and I am that person. That's what your reality experience is. Not from a physical point of view. Physical point of view is the effect. In your imagination, from your knowing, you are consciously moving continuously to the version of reality and preference that you prefer. Not by forcing it, not by saying, I'm trying to change this person's mind, look at me. No, it's not. Where's that from? I can't remember where it's from. Not that, right? Sorry, like zoned out there. Something else. Yeah. Where is that from? Anyway, sorry. You are not trying to change anyone's mind, okay? You are only changing what you, as the divine mind, are focused on, which is, I am already that. And you're not being more humble again, because every single person in your reality also already has that. It's not your job to imagine for anyone else or to make yourself less humble to try and figure out so you can be more deserving. It's about going straight to your end for your specific reality experience. You're not taking away anything from anyone. You are giving yourself what you already have. So go directly to the end. The version of reality you want already exists inside you. You do not need to imagine the steps, the bridge, or the process. You do not have to present the choice in your imagination, because doing that implies that the version of reality you don't want is the current reality, which is experiencing, flip-flopping between whether you are chosen or not. You are just chosen. You're already chosen. Reality is choosing what you are choosing, which is you, and you are just choosing to see whether or not you are chosen. So going to your end is not denying the version where you are not chosen exists. It's recognizing that it does exist, and then choosing to experience the version where you are already chosen, where you are already in that reality. Your choice is your reality. Your awareness is already inhabiting it. You see, when you are choosing to know you are chosen, to choose something already implies the alternate exists. That is why when you're presenting yourself as a choice amongst other people, you are you are actually bringing forth you not being a choice, active in your experience of reality, trying to make it inactive and activate the version of reality you want, opposed to just going to your end, which is already you accepting, hey, this alternate version exists. That's why I can choose this, because it is a choice now. I hope that's clear, right? Because there's always implication in your imaginational scene, in your imaginational fulfillment of experiencing, right? When you imagine being a choice amongst a whole bunch of people, you are saying all of these other experiences of reality are valid. You are automatically saying this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, where I am not chosen, is valid. And I'm trying to make it the one where I am chosen. You are bringing your focus and attention more onto everything else is a choice. I'm trying to be chosen more than you just being chosen. That's why. So your specific person or anything reflects your identity, and so does everyone else. Just like the job interview, the auditions, the whatever, right? Other people are a projection of your state of being. You are not waiting for their choice. You are not forcing or manipulating anyone, right? Every interaction, every reflection is the world showing you the identity you are already living. When you focus on your end, your reality naturally reorganizes to match it. You do not need to create a bridge or manipulate outcomes. You do not need to track steps or force timelines. And remember, every single person in your awareness has everything they desire. It's not your job to experience it for them. They are experiencing it already. You just can't see that. But you will if you keep thinking you are not, and you need to keep seeing them experience it. You're not changing anything. You're just shifting to a version where you are being that and they being that. But it is your choice to experience the absolute abundance of yourself. So, assumption first, and then effects follow. But your assumption is an effect in and of itself. If you're willing to make an assumption that this is who I am, that is part of the effect. Your willingness to assume something is the effect that, hey, I am this identity, that I am awareness, and I'm willing to assume that what I am willing to assume is my reality. That's already an effect, right? So identity carries the story. And what's your truest identity? Somebody asked me this as well. What is your truest self-concept? Is it this confidence, or is it this, insecurity or anxiety or whatever? No, none of that. Your truest identity is I am the creator, that I am everything. So no matter what I'm feeling, I am feeling it as the creator of it. So once you inhabit the version of yourself that already experiences your desired reality, past, present, and future, fall into coherence, because it's always rearranging according to who you are. So you do not need to live every single step physically, right? Reality reflects the identity you are already living. So stop calling forth crossroads, stop focusing on steps, processes, and external choices. Stop imagining someone changing their mind to choose you. You change your mind and be chosen. Right? Decide I am already the version of myself experiencing this reality. I do not need to wait. I am the creative act. My awareness is my reality. I am your host, Reese. This is the actual reality of Reese. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the questions and the comments as well. Thank you for liking, subscribing, being here, joining. Much love for each and every one of you. Love and light. Thank you for joining the TikTok page. Thank you for joining the Facebook page. Thank you for the emails. And I will see you all in the next one.